Are you feeling overwhelmed by the chaos of the modern world? Are you searching for a way to live a more fulfilling and meaningful life? Look no further than the ancient philosophy of Stoicism. In this video, we'll explore 7 ways to live a virtuous life according to the teachings of Stoicism. Lesson 1. Put wisdom into practice. According to Stoic philosophy, knowledge is the most essential virtue, and it is the foundation upon which a life that is marked by virtue is built. In order for us to put knowledge into practice, it is vital for us to have a comprehensive understanding of the world and our place within it. This growth requires us to take a number of crucial measures, including developing our ability for critical thinking, questioning our preconceived views, and seeking out knowledge and wisdom from a broad variety of sources. The Stoics believe that wisdom is not only the gathering of information, rather, it is also the application of that knowledge in a way that is appropriate to events that occur in the actual world. The capacity to negotiate the complexities of life with elegance and competence, as well as the capacity to make rational judgments and effectively figure out solutions to problems, are all essential components. There were a variety of various practices that the Stoics recommended in order to acquire wisdom. Some of these practices included maintaining a journal, practicing mindfulness meditation, and engaging in philosophical discussions with other individuals. In addition to this, they emphasized the necessity of self-reflection and self-awareness, and they recommended that we examine our thoughts, emotions, and actions with sincerity and clarity. Putting wisdom into practice requires us to recognize the limits of our own comprehension and to maintain an attitude that is receptive to the acquisition of knowledge from other individuals. It is necessary to cultivate a sense of humility and to be prepared to confess when we are in mistake. Both of these are necessary factors. When we do this, we are able to continue our own growth and development, which in turn enables us to have a more profound understanding of the world and the importance that we have within it. Lesson 2. Live with bravery. Stoicism teaches that the second lesson in leading a virtuous life is to live with courage while you are living your life. This goes hand in hand with the first lesson. Courage comprises not just physical bravery, but also moral fortitude and the will to stand up for what is right, particularly when confronted with adversity. Being physically bold is just one aspect of what constitutes courage, because it enables us to overcome our fears, to take risks, and to pursue our goals with determination and perseverance. The Stoics believe that courage is an essential component of a successful life. This is because bravery enables us to go for our goals with tenacity and endurance. In order to live a life that is brave, we need to be prepared to confront our fears, to confront our limitations, and to take action even when the outcome is uncertain if we will be successful. It is necessary for us to be willing to defend our views and goals in order to live a fearless life. This is true even when doing so is difficult or controversial. Taking a stand for what we believe in, speaking out against injustice, and advocating for the rights of others are all aspects that are included in this. Furthermore, the Stoics emphasized the need of recognizing the transience of life and the inevitability of change as a necessity. To live with courage, it is vital for us to be prepared to let go of our attachments, to accept change, and to face the truth that death is a part of our existence. Only then can we really live with bravery. The aforementioned behaviors have the potential to achieve the creation of a sense of inner strength and resilience, which helps us to triumph over any challenges that life may provide to us. Lesson 3. Exhibit moderation. Taking a moderate approach to life is the third lesson that Stoicism teaches on how to live a happy life. The development of self-discipline, the ability to resist from going beyond what is appropriate, and the ability to strike a balance between extremes are all necessary components of moderation. Stoics believe that moderation was essential for living a happy life because it allowed us to maintain our bodily and mental health, to develop self-control, and to steer clear of the dangers that come with excess and hedonism. Because moderation helps us avoid becoming victims to these two evils, this is the reason why moderation is important. We need to be aware of our desires, routines, and impulses in order to exhibit moderation. Additionally, we should make it a top priority to achieve a healthy equilibrium in every aspect of our lives. When we speak about displaying moderation, what we mean is that we acknowledge the constraints that our resources include, whether they be time, energy, or money, and that we make responsible use of those resources. Making choices that are in accordance with our goals and values, which we have placed at the top of our list of priorities, is an essential step that must be taken. Lesson 4. Seek justice. Stoicism believes that the pursuit of justice is the fourth lesson that should be learned in order to live a life that is both healthy and virtuous. Within the context of this conversation, justice encompasses more than just abiding to the law. It also means treating other people with fairness, compassion, and respect instead of merely following the law. As a consequence of the fact that it enables us to contribute to the common good, to fulfill our moral responsibilities, and to generate a sense of empathy and solidarity with other individuals, justice was seen by the Stoics to be an essential component of a life that is worth living. In order for us to seek justice, we need to demonstrate that we are willing to stand up for what is right, to speak out against injustice, and to conduct ourselves in a manner that is honest and has integrity. Recognizing the interconnectedness of all living things and the relevance of treating others in the same way that we would want to be treated ourselves are both essential components of the pursuit of justice. There are several components that are incorporated within it, including the development of a sense of global citizenship, the promotion of social equality, and the quest of a society that is more fair and equitable. Lesson 5. Developing compassion. According to Stoicism, the cultivation of compassion is the sixth lesson in leading a life that is good. Recognizing the pain of other people and taking steps to relieve that suffering is an essential component of compassion. Compassion, according to the Stoics, is necessary for leading a decent life because it helps us to connect with other people on a more profound level, to nurture empathy and understanding, and to make a positive contribution to the well-being of our communities. The cultivation of compassion requires us to be ready to listen to the experiences and perspectives of others, to provide support and comfort, and to take action to assist those who are in need. The cultivation of compassion requires acknowledging the common humanity that exists among all creatures, as well as the significance of treating other people with kindness, respect, and their dignity. The cultivation of an attitude of thankfulness for what we possess and the use of our resources to effect good change in the world are both components of this concept. Lesson 6. Cultivate hope and faith. When it comes to living a life that is both virtuous and pleasant, the sixth lesson that Stoicism teaches is that the development of faith and hope is the most important. In the context of this conversation, the term faith refers to the conviction that one has in the goodness of the universe and the wisdom of the way it functions. In contrast, hope is the state of having an optimistic mindset and having trust that there is the possibility for beneficial growth. Hope is a condition that is characterized by optimism. It was the conviction of the Stoics that faith and hope are essential elements of a successful existence. This is due to the fact that they enable us to maintain our resilience and tenacity in the face of adversity, to keep our focus on our goals, and to construct a sense of purpose and meaning in our lives. For us to be able to cultivate faith and hope, it is essential that we be prepared to let go of the need for control, that we have trust in the process of life, and that we have a positive attitude even when things are difficult. The process of cultivating faith and optimism requires a number of stages, two of which are the recognition of the interconnectedness of all things and the necessity of keeping a connection to the cycles of the universe. This process has a number of components, some of which include the development of awe and wonder at the beauty and complexity of life, as well as the use of this as a source of inspiration and motivation. Lesson 7. Cultivate a humility. The development of humility is the seventh and last lesson that Stoicism teaches on how to live a life of virtue. Recognizing our shortcomings, admitting that we have made errors, and being receptive to constructive criticism and feedback are all components of humility. The Stoics held the belief that humility is necessary for leading a successful life because it helps us to gain wisdom from our experiences, to develop as people, and to create a sense of perspective and equilibrium, because it allows us to learn from our experiences. In order to grow humility, we must be ready to let go of the desire for validation, to accept our shortcomings, and to create a feeling of thankfulness for the opportunities and gifts that have been bestowed upon us throughout our lives. Understanding the interconnectedness of all beings and the significance of treating other people with respect and humility is a necessary step in the process of acquiring humility. Developing a feeling of self-awareness, being attentive of our thoughts and actions, and making an effort to live in harmony with the environment around us are all components of this practice. According to Stoicism, exercising knowledge, living with bravery, demonstrating moderation, pursuing justice, fostering compassion, faith, and hope, and growing humility are all components of a life that is considered to be virtuous. In addition to pointing us in the direction of a life that is purposeful, meaningful, and fulfilling, these teachings provide a roadmap for self-improvement and enlightenment.